Now, Pep's on every back page this morning. Pep Guardiola, the Mirror, stand and deliver, not adamant. The Sun, Omar, God. And the Times, Berrada can't fix United. Ooh. Pep has told Man United they should name a stand after Berrada if the former City Chief Football Operations Officer brings success back to Old Trafford. Berrada arrived at City in 2011 from Barcelona and has played a huge part in the club's remarkable achievements. He'll now be a key figure in the Sir Jim Ratcliffe revolution. Have a listen to the City boss, who does sound disappointed to lose his right-hand man.
I don't know, the idea is from Man United. We try to keep the best persons and people here, but this kind of happens. So when I arrived here 8 years ago, especially in this building, come not quite often, just in the press conference. Now I come now and I don't recognize one face, honestly. So people change a lot, move another, jobs, and people knew it's coming. And we wanted. I think the club was so happy with Omar, but he decided for himself to live, and the same. All the best.
There you go, Pep. Look, he did a little laugh there, didn't he? He went on to say, I don't know if just by clicking the fingers everything is going to be sorted and it will work, but if it does happen, then, oh my God, they have to make a stand for Omar in the future, a stand in the stadium, because he would deserve it. Ray, does this...
It'll take a bit of time, won't it? It's a good coup, though, isn't it? For Man United's point of view.
Omar's obviously got a few quid. Yeah. Nice rise, isn't it?
Absolutely. And he's decided to move across. There's probably a project there for him to do, and let's see how he gets on. But I'm sure Manchester United fans will be pretty happy with getting someone like of his calibre. So they just got to wait and see now. But it's a big job.
Do you know, I keep going back to it, Ray, and you'll know where I'm coming from here. People that go between the players and the manager, or the players and the board, who influences people to come to the club. David Dean, he was one of the first.
He was very, very good. Yeah, he was a very important person for. He's the one who brought Arsene Wenger in, because no one really knew Arsene Wenger, and all the lads in the dressing room thought he'd be another British manager at that time after Bruce Rioch. And he said, no, we're going to. This guy's going to take the club forward, and certainly he got it spot on. And it's very difficult because it's a gamble when you've got all them big superstars in the dressing room, and the guys didn't even know who he was. I mean, the experienced pros in that dressing room. So, but he was spot on, David Dean. What he saw this manager could do.
We're going back to Tony Woodcock's days and stuff like that, aren't we?
Well, David Dean has been there years. Yeah. I mean, but one thing about David Dean, he always wanted the best for the club. Now, he was always on, because he was a massive supporter, and he wanted the club to do so well. He tried the best he could. And any player he bought, he'd pester them, Al. He was turn up at their front door and make sure you sit down with them and make sure he gets that Arsenal is the club for them, sort of thing. And he done so well in that respect. And he used to go to every youth team game, reserve game, obviously first team game, and he just saw everybody coming through the ranks, and he always supported the young players as well. So they're very important people to have in your club. Now they've got Edu, who knows the club as well, Arsenal's point of view, and every club needs someone who's going to be the go-between, trying to make the right signings, got a good relationship with the manager, knowing that what he wants trying to do for the club. And every club's, hopefully they can get that right. That's a big step for being successful, definitely. Also in this morning's Telegraph, Postecoglou, this won't please Tottenham fans, revealed as a possible Man City heir. Matt Law writes that Big Ange's shared philosophy makes him the perfect fit to replace Pep when that day arrives. We'll have to wait. I don't think he'd even be thinking about that. I think he's loving it at Spurs at the moment. Absolutely. But, it's a project for Spurs for him as well. I mean, if he can bring success and trophies, he would go down as an absolute legend, wouldn't he, at Spurs? So it's all there. The stadium's there. They've got the support. Now it's all about delivering on the pitch now, and that's the hardest bit, getting the right players in the right positions and being successful as a club.
Here's one for you, Ray. Are you aware of this? Will City finally score at the new Tottenham Stadium?
I was amazed by this, was you?
They failed now in each of 5 attempts, losing every time. What about that?
That is an unbelievable stat, because with the firepower they've got, City, on all different areas of the pitch, then I find that staggering. I really do, that they haven't scored at the Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. I mean, there will be favourites for City, there's no doubt about that, but I think Tottenham certainly will look at it and say, we got a chance here. We got a chance to get one over them. You know, they come in here and they haven't scored. If we can start on the front foot, get that crowd right behind it, be buzzing over there tonight from Tottenham's point of view. And as I said before, a lot of these Premier League clubs now be looking, we can go all the way here.
Yeah.
And that's what they've got to think. And
Ray, was there any ground that you struggled that you remember? I've never scored there. I've got to get one today.
The team itself.
Or you, personally?
No, I didn't score many goals, Al. I mean, goal scorers would be more than the club itself. I can't remember really, Al. I don't think there was tough games, don't get me wrong. And I was going through the other day, League One. There's 7 or 8 teams in League One now who played in the Premier League or Premiership back in the day. It just shows you.
League One or Championship?
Bradford was in the
League One.
There was in the Premier League. Barnsley, teams like that, you know. And there was always tough places to go. I think Bradford was the hardest.
Yeah,
because the dressing rooms, the surroundings weren't great. The pitch wasn't great. But you had to deal with it.
Well, Ray, Man City's defence the FA Cup takes them to Tottenham tonight. Don't forget, it's live on talkSPORT. You won't like this, by the way. Go on the back of the Sun this morning, bold call. Newcastle reportedly ready to sell Callum Wilson for £18 million. What is going on at Newcastle?
Well, it sounded like they got to sell someone.
Yeah.
And
the
Wilson,
move
they might
happen.
say, you know, he has been injured over the last few seasons, I should imagine. Oh, look, he's a really good top player, and he'll have a chance of going to the Euros with England. But if they have to sell, you know, Eddie Howe's got to sit down and say, right, who can we afford to lose? Now, you can't afford to lose anybody, but if we have to sell, maybe Wilson's the one. And there'll be a lot of clubs in for him.
What about Isak?
Yeah, but they want to keep him, Al, don't they?
I know they do, but they probably want to keep Callum Wilson as well. They
want to keep him, but you probably want to keep Isak instead of Callum Wilson. No disrespect to Callum Wilson, but I would rather probably have Isak than Wilson.
Yeah.
But there'll be a lot of clubs in for him. There's certainly you know, lots of clubs will be interested in Wilson because he's a goal scorer, good goal scorer.
Imagine if you're a Geordie Newcastle fan, you thought this was, here we go, we're going to build with the money and the owners, we're going to build on a real strong side to challenge on every competition. Now it's falling apart a wee bit.
Well, not really falling apart, Al. You just got to structure it. And
10th
in the
league?
Yeah, but you're looking at Everton now, what's happened with them with the points deduction. Now Forest are in trouble, and Newcastle don't want to go down that route, so they have to balance the books. And there's going to be a lot of trading going on now, Al. You're going to see a lot more clubs not going out and spending loads of money and saying, right, this hopefully can bring a success. You've got to start looking at it and doing deals.
Yeah.
With your players, you know, trading one for the other, and this vice versa. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with certain clubs, and I think that scared everybody with the what's happening with the points deductions.
Email here. Morning, Alan. Special mention to Stephen Davis, who retired from football yesterday, the most capped British player. Stephen over in County Down in Northern Ireland. Yeah. Well, I met him with Ali over in Rome. The Ryder Cup. Oh, was he?
Very, very consistent.
Very good.
Very consistent as a midfielder, wasn't he?
Yeah,
kept it simple. Put his foot in when he had to. And, you know, I don't know how many caps he got in the end there. We'll have to have a look. We'll have to Google it later. But he got probably quite a few.
Well, he's saying here, Stephen's saying there's the most capped British player.
Yeah, but how many?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure it was, I'll tell him, I'm sure it was Rome we met him. But obviously had a fantastic career. Tottenham midfield players, Calvin Phillips on the verge of a loan move to West Ham. Good business from Davy Moyes.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely. I mean, Calvin Phillips needs to play football, and that was it was said about a week ago, wasn't it, about him maybe going to West Ham, but they need more bodies in there, and they've got a big, you know, they've got so many fixtures coming up, West Ham, haven't they, with the Europa League as well. So that will be a great bit of business, and good move for Calvin Phillips.
Well, you know,
Calvin.
We hear Ray 140 grand a week, and West Ham will pay that. Listen, I know it's crazy money, but you got to play as well.
Yeah, you
got
to
play. The Euros
play.
coming up. He won't want to sit on the beach and watch it. He want to be part of it.
No, absolutely, and he can go there and make a massive impact in that midfield area for West Ham suddenly, because they're in a great position as well. Let's not forget that they're in a really good position. They nearly got all 3 points against Sheffield United, which was a unbelievable game, really. How they didn't get a penalty out at the end, I never know. Did you see that with Sheffield United?
Go on,
The West
sorry.
Ham Sheffield United game.
Yeah, don't go there. Do not go there.
And they weren't even watching the boys. A rugby tackle.
Don't
It was a
even
rugby
go
tackle.
there.
Bowen.
Had a treble, Leeds,
Oh,
Liverpool, West Ham. Don't even go there.
That was a ridiculous decision. Not even to have a look at it. But
how can that be? Right?
I don't
You
understand.
get my back up now. But how can they not even look at it?
Well, straight
A
away,
bunch of
I was
numpties.
watching it in the power. That's a penalty. It's West Ham going to get an
Shocking.
opportunity to win the game here. And
Nothing against Sheffield United,
no,
by
not
the
at
way.
all. No, it was a brilliant result for them in the end, the point, because it looked like they was going to get beat.
Oh, horrendous. It just makes a mockery of football, that. The referees should be embarrassed. He should be taken off for 4 weeks. And those idiots in the truck as well. You got to take them out as well.
I don't know what, they must have gone home early.
Oh, exactly. Listen, we go now, we'll get the last bus home.
I know, exactly.
Bunch of clowns.
And by the way, Alan, someone's texted us in 140 caps for
Was it?
Stephen Davis. So well done.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.